Hello everybody, this is Bench85 and welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 17 Season 3. Yes, I am cutting hay down. I'm actually going to try something. I don't know how it's going to work. We're going to find out here. As you can see, it's about 11:30 in the morning. Today is the last day of early spring, so that means all the grass is going to grow after today. All the hay, I should say. So my goal here, I guess, is can we get everything baled, wrapped? I don't know if we're going to collect it all, we'll see. But then we've also got to collect all this and chop this. We have to do it all in one day. So as of right now, everything has been raked together. It's all sitting in windrows waiting for me. I'm letting it dry, per se, if you want to call it that. Just figured I'd come over here, cut the fields. So basically now we're committed, and we're gonna have to see how far things go, whether we can make it. Don't know where that went to, but right there. That'll be fine. I've actually got all the equipment that I need for this over here already, so that it's ready to go. You can see it over there. We've got the chopper over here, we've got the wagon, and we've got a tractor to run the loads back and forth. I don't know how much we're going to get out of this, we'll have to see. I don't think it's going to be a huge amount, but at the same time I could be wrong. I do like being able to use windrow mode here though. With this guy, this is awesome. It makes this so much easier. Everything's going to be ready to go for the chopper as soon as I want to get things going here. I'm actually coming to you post World Dairy Expo. If you're not sure what that is, it's something that happens every year in Madison, Wisconsin, the capital of Wisconsin. And basically it's almost like a get-together for the entire dairy industry across the world. They bring in cattle for show, dairy animals for this, from just about every country in the world. And we were watching, I like how this cut here. We were watching animals from Japan, from Europe, from all over the place. It's amazing how far they brought animals from. And they said it happens every year. They've also got a lot of equipment there. So some of the equipment that I actually use in this series is equipment that I got to see in real life. I got to show my daughter it as well. She was pretty excited about it. She's actually pretty excited whenever I play this game. That's why her voice tends to show up when I'm playing this. Grab that. Obviously I didn't see one of these guys. Crow doesn't show up that often in the bigger shows. I'm not sure why. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't have reasoning. I don't want to take a guess at it. But we saw a lot of Kuhn equipment, which I use. Unfortunately, I didn't see the bale wrapper that we use in this, the square bale wrapper, which is the newer technology from them. There were some round bale wrappers though, a lot of mixers, a lot of spreaders, just a lot of equipment, and a lot of it's the big stuff, the things that I was never using when I was working in the industry. We had a small farm, so being able to see it and then also be able to play and use it in this series is really neat for me, because it's things that I will never in real life get to use, but I understand how it works and I get to play around with it in an environment like this. So I think that's kind of neat, and I get to share with you guys the experiences and explain how things work, and it's been a lot of fun for me. It's one of my favorite games to play for you guys, and it seems to go over pretty well. I'm happy for 19 to be coming out. I'm excited for new things. Can't wait for it to happen. Waiting impatiently. It's a little over a month away still, so still gotta wait. But that's not a big deal. So looks like we're gonna finish this up right around noon, and we'll see. I might chop a little bit of this up just to kind of see where things are, and then we'll go to the baling and. I'm just going to keep bringing you guys in from time to time today. I think this episode is only going to be about today pretty much. And just to see what we can get accomplished. I'm optimistic, but at the same time I'm cautiously optimistic. And luckily it's not life or death. I mean, this stuff right here is just for money making purposes. It's not for the actual animals. So if we end up running out of time and losing a bunch of material because of the overnight deal, things rotting, it's not the end of the world. We'll survive. The bales are priority 1. This is priority 2. And I still would like to fertilize this stuff prior to the end of the day, but I think that might be a far reach. May not be possible. We'll have to see how it goes. But I'll bring you guys back as things progress here. This is like perfect width here. Oh, left a little bit there. Oops. Yeah. It'll be alright. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Alright, it is time to do some baling. And after looking at this, I've come to the conclusion there's going to be a lot of bales here. A lot more than I think I realized there's going to be. Probably more than I usually finish up a winter with. This hayfield is massive. It's been fully fertilized and, well, I'm probably asking for it when it comes to this. So we're probably going to want to chop this second time around, or I don't know, maybe we'll leave it. I guess it all depends on how the weather cooperates. But we may just want to cut this and chop it in for chaff right away. Although we may have to see about that, because it's kind of a pain moving them around with a tractor, because then you got the little dolly in there, and then you go back to having difficulties backing things up into the bunker to fill it. I put 2 loads in already. Don't have a whole lot taken off, so there is more there than I realized there was. So we're probably gonna have a bunker that's absolutely completely full. And then I'm not sure what we're gonna do, because I don't know where to go with this stuff then. I'm not gonna get it all. I was close. That was a hard turn to pull off. So yeah, if I take a moment here, looking around there, yeah, there's so many bales going around here, and we gotta wrap them all. Luckily, we have until Sunday to get them all wrapped, so I just want to get them baled today. I'm not gonna worry about wrapping them yet. That's a job for tomorrow, I guess. So the goal is just, let's get them all baled. Let's leave them laying in the field. Whether I can fertilize or not, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna have time for it. We still have all the chopping to do. We might just have to, I guess, do second crop with 2 stages of fertilization instead of the full 3, which I guess wouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, there is a lot of hay here. I guess that's the plan. I haven't done any baling, I think, on camera for quite a while in this series, and I forgot how neat it sounds. You can hear the packer running into the baler. don't know if you guys can hear that. Thump, thump, thump. So, I don't usually have my headphones on in a game like this if I'm not recording, simply because then I can hear everything that's going on, especially with the little one around. Gonna be able to hear her when she's talking to me, stuff like that. So, man, there's a lot of bales. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna be set on hay bales for sure. Like, we're gonna have enough to feed 400 cows for the rest of the winter, and we don't really need that. Darn it. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to roll with it, right? I mean, there are two ways around it, and like I said, we just won't do any more hay bales after this. I guess if we chose to, we could come over here and chop this if we decided we had enough hay bales, but I think I'm just gonna be we'll just do it that way, and then second crop we'll chop everything. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later here. Maybe I'll do a bale count and see just how many bales we got here. Well, we'll do that after. I mean, we can see it when it's all stacked up. I don't know if there's going to be this episode or not, but I'll at least let you guys know how many bales I got at some point here, either this episode or next episode. So you guys will see how much it is. But I'm just going to keep going here, see how long it takes to bale this up, and then we're going to go back to chopping. And I guess go from there. Oh, I missed that corner pretty bad. Alright everyone, well, as you can see, we are back to hauling haylage from our chopped hay that we're chopping up here. Got all the bales baled, but they're all on the field still. I haven't touched them of any sort. But it's funny, I actually recorded this segment, kind of, if you want to call it that, previously, and then scrapped the footage because, well, I didn't like what we were talking about and decided not to go into it because it dived a little bit into my my personal life a little bit, and at least in my work stuff, and I'm not sure I wanted to get into that. So, needless to say, I'm recording this again. No big deal though. Plenty of work to do here, so definitely can be chatting for a while here, talking and stuff here. One thing I feel like I should mention, if I can't stay off the wall here. As the series is winding down, and also because at least the day I'm recording it here, it's actually my wedding anniversary. I started thinking about when we started this series. Come on. Why don't you want to jump out here? There we go. Now we're good to go. And we actually released the first episode of this season on November 2nd of last year. So we are coming up on almost 1 year. I hate when this does this. And now it won't let me disconnect. It somehow like sticks me into the wall here. There we go. Sometimes if I can get unhooked, I can kind of push the trailer off of that pile. Maybe. Doesn't look so helpful here. So yeah, 1 year almost on this season, which is quite a long time to be running a series of any sort, I feel like. I don't know if I can get this loose or not. I mean, I could reset it. I can reset it back to the farm, but I'm pretty sure I lose whatever silage is in there. In fact, this is probably not going to help simply because... Oh. Actually, I think it might. Oh, come on. There we go. Dump the rest of it. Perfect. Well, there we go. We're good to go. Haha. Yeah, I didn't want to dump what was left in there. I know there wasn't a lot, but still. Doesn't want to do that. So yeah, it's kind of fitting. November 2nd was our starting time, our starting date. And to think that we're coming up on a year's time almost, and we're about ready to wrap up this season with a couple more episodes here. And with that wrap up, it'll lead us into Farming Simulator 19 in November as well. That's going to release right around Thanksgiving time, so we'll see how quickly I can get an episode out of it. As always, the first episode of a series like that's going to be not a lot of probably super cool stuff. It's going to be more of hey, what's new in this game? Let's experience it for the first time type stuff. I usually like doing it that way. I'd rather you guys experience it for the first time with me, because it's just more fun. So I've actually been finding that it's easier to chop from in the cab. I can kind of see the row a little bit better, see where I need to be heading, and you just get to see the steering wheel freaking out from time to time as it's trying to keep up with my inputs, since I do use a keyboard for this, keyboard and mouse. I do have a controller around here somewhere, but never really found an absolute need to do it with Farming Simulator. I know it has support for it. It was very helpful when I was doing the Construction Simulator, kind of having fun with that, but in this it just doesn't really pay. But I am feeling the stress here. I'm running out of daylight. It's almost 6:30 game time here. I think 9 o'clock roughly it's going to be starting to get dark, I want to say. Maybe closer to 10, I'm not sure. I guess we don't have a whole lot left here to chop up, but at the same time, it just takes time running things back and forth, and I'd like to get some things fertilized here before night falls and before we end up going into mid-summer, since it's the last day of early summer here, and everything's going to grow one stage if I let it cross over. I apologize too if you can hear the wind chimes in the background. I have the patio door open nearby here, simply because the temperature is dropping quickly tonight. I think it's supposed to get right around freezing, if not below freezing, which is a far cry from where it was yesterday. The day before, it was hitting 80s. We're going to have a low in freezing, and I think tomorrow's high is like 44. Oh, we're full. Oh, and it keeps picking it up, too. That's not ideal. Let's... back up here. So yeah, it's gonna be nice weather. Getting the patio door open, getting the windows open again, and getting some nice cool air, nice sleeping weather. That's what it ends up being. That's one of my favorite things about spring and fall is, you know, opening up the windows and getting that fresh air, good sleeping weather, pretty much. But yeah, we're gonna have to see how far I get. I guess I'll probably end up bringing you guys back in here as night falls, and maybe we'll chat a little bit more, see how far we get, and well, yeah, I guess keep you guys updated, because that's what it's coming down to. Is we have a lot of work to do, and we're running out of time to do it. And farm life, oh gosh, I can't drive, is getting crazy. That's probably where a controller would help, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna make this work. Oh, watch out for this car. Ooh. Sometimes I think I should maybe turn the traffic off, because they're not too bright sometimes. But then again, I'm not watching where I'm driving and where I'm turning sometimes, so I guess it's on me too. But anyways, I'm just driving around and rambling, so might as well just let you guys come back when night is falling. Alright, welcome back. Night is falling. If you can't tell, I'm trying to look at it and still not run into things on the road here. There you go. Night is falling. Sunset is coming. And I made a big mistake. Excuse me, car. I'm going to pass you. No, I kind of cut you off. I bought this thinking, hey, this has got more capacity. You know, maybe I can use it for spreading. And then I forgot to read the fact that it has no working width, meaning it's just a tanker. So I need to quick change back to something that actually works. Somehow I managed to get that sign to land on the truck, which is pretty crazy. I'm hoping that I'm able to, there we go, unload. It's at the very least, let's just make a little bit of money on this stuff. Well, I made $2,000 out of it. I mean, that's something, right? Oh, I thought I wasn't gonna make that corner. So, because it's just taking too long to spread, but then because I screwed it up, it's probably gonna take even longer, and I just kind of screwed things up. But anyways, here we are back at the shop. I don't think it's been a little while since we actually did anything at the shop. Wait, go back here. Yeah, see this one? See, working with 30 meters. This one, yeah, no 30 meters. So I screwed that up. So the one we're working on here we had was 12. Let's just do this one, which is 30. Plus it's got a lot more capacity. Let's just buy it and call it good and spend all of our hard-earned money and then turn on the cheat menu, because why not? And then the next question is, can I pull it back with this truck? I want to use a tractor on it, but I don't want to take the extra. Oh, I can. Nice. I didn't want to take the extra trip. This thing's big. So hopefully we can get some of these big fields done a little bit quicker. Although I really have to figure out how I'm going to do the fields with all the bales. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not. I mean, there's the cheaty way where I just, you know, run through them and pull all the bales down to one side, and eventually the bales will stop me from moving, and that's going to be horrible. And I'm not sure. Maybe we're just going to have to leave that. Maybe we're just going to have to accept the fact that we can't do those fields because we don't have the bales off of it, and we'll just have to fertilize it in the next stage here and call it good. That is a pull. And it is going to get dark. So let's at least get those other fields done. I have to find a tractor for this, don't I? I don't have one up here. Well, let's at least get this thing filling. Okay, it does fill, and it's off. That's awesome. Oop, oop, oop. You can hear it still pumping. We're still okay. Let's get this back on the water. I think I'm gonna need that soon. So if I go here, grab the Magnum, because it's gonna be some weight. And let's head up there. Let's see how this thing works. So it is absolutely hard to believe how much work we got done today. It's been absolutely crazy. We got all those fields baled, we got all that haylage chopped. We've got it in the bunker. We're starting to get stuff fertilized. It's just downright crazy. Let's see if this stopped working or if it did fill. Right there's my... It did fill. Oh yeah, I can feel the weight. Oh yeah, so tomorrow all the corn will be up. Some of it will be taller than others. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure tomorrow I have to feed all the animals. Go through all that stuff. We're going to have to see how long those straw bales last. Although I think we're going to have straw sooner than you realize. Forgot how little this thing does braking wise. Hope nobody else is crossing. We'll turn our lights on. Nice and bright. So I have used this thing for jobs, for working for other people, but I've never used this thing on its own here in the actual game. So, wow, that all expands out. That all comes out. Holy cow, this thing is big. Well, when you want to fertilize the entire neighborhood, this is how you do it. Yikes. But man, we are taking a pretty big swath off. That's nice. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get through some of the parts in this field. Or some of the parts in the other fields. This thing might just be too big. But yeah, for big fields, man, this is ideal. Let's see how bad this works through here. It's actually touching its ends because it is so wide. Dang, that's crazy. I gotta figure out when to do this turn. Maybe we're gonna get most of it. I can't complain about having less than ideal coverage. I mean, as long as the majority of it's covered, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, that almost covers the entire width. I guess we're gonna swing out here. So I guess it's less going around and around because of how wide it is, but at the same time, I mean, we're gonna be at 50% here, so we're only gonna make it around the field once. That's what it turns out it's gonna be. So I guess that'll be okay. Could be worse. Like I said, nighttime is a-falling. It's almost 10 o'clock game time here. So we're going to have to wrap things up here. I'm going to finish fertilizing this field, and then we're going to be able to move on to the next day, but I think we'll worry about the next days here in the next episode, where I will probably have to take care of a whole lot of bales. Can I go up and over this? Will it let me? Maybe? No. No, it will not. Well, I was being hopeful. And this is probably going to get stuck on that tree. Yeah, maybe not. Hey, you know what? This will work for me. Perfect, see? So, yeah, we're going to have to take care of bales, and we're going to have to try to move into the next stages of harvest. All the fields that we've bought up are going to be ready for harvest here pretty soon, so we'll have to start doing that right off the bat. And just try to make some money so we can buy all the fields and finish this season out strong in this map. I've had a lot of fun here, and let's finish it up and say goodbye the right way. So, but that will continue, or that'll come up in a later episode, not now. We're not saying goodbye forever now yet. So, with that, guys, thank you all for watching, and as always, take it easy.